So Valheim is the latest indie hit to blow up on Steam following the likes of Fall Guys and Among Us in recent months. Valheim is a new survival game currently in early access that came out at the start of February 2021 and it's taking the world by storm. So activities, they range from building a camp, hunting, fighting wild boar and also world bosses too. And there's something really approachable about Valheim and players are flocking to it in droves. Valheim can be played with up to 9 other friends on a server, and it's probably best enjoyed with between 2 to 5 other people. When the game first starts, you start out with pretty much nothing, and you start off simply by cutting down trees and punching poor animals to death to turn them into a tasty dinner later on. One of the first things you'll notice about Valheim is the stylised graphics. It's similar to an Xbox 360 era type of game, but in a good nostalgic way. There is a certain amount of nostalgia for open world MMOs back then, and Valheim does a great job of tapping into that and reminding us of days gone by. It's not quite as low fidelity as Minecraft, but it's a few levels up. But even with its lo-fi style, it's a beautiful looking game with atmosphere, sunsets and a wide array of scenery and creatures. In the early game, you start out simple, you build up your tools and your home base, you cook, you hunt and you generally settle into your surroundings. Later on, when you're feeling confident, you can venture out by boat, which you make yourself, and it gives the game a sense of scale and wonder. You know, there's many other games like this out there, but Valheim seems to have captured the imagination of many. And one of the reasons for that is because of the world boss battles. You know, these are similar to Dark Souls fights where you encounter an unusually large enemy wandering about between the trees. So the trolls that you come across in game can be a terrifying experience. They're big and they want to smash you into tiny pieces, but these world bosses are a lot of fun when encountered with friends. Valheim's procedurally generated worlds have a habit of creating compelling storylines. It looks simple from the outside looking in, but it does things very, very well. It's easy to create an instance with friends, the crafting system is straightforward but has depth, and the hunting and the boss battles are really fun. It's really easy to team up with friends and the whole experience just feels rather polished, which is surprising for a game that's still in early access. So this one was announced at the PC Gaming Show in 2020 and went by with fairly little mention. The team behind the game is a small 5-person team in the form of Iron Gate Studio based out of Sweden. And the game, it's had an incredible start to its life, and no doubt the small team behind the game will expand given its popularity. And it's going to be interesting to see whether Valheim can sustain the momentum it's had until now. So Fall Guys had a similar explosive start back in the summer of 2020, but failed to maintain its position as Among Us came along and took over the top spot. Valheim is doing a similar job at the moment, already selling 3 million units on Steam since its launch on February 2nd, 2021. This early access version of Valheim has got 5 bosses to encounter at the moment, with 9 planned in total for the final game. You've also got dungeons full of monsters and secrets. You know, it really feels like Legend of Zelda, Skyrim and Dark Souls all mashed together with a great social element too. So far, it's a willing formula with no sign of the pace of sales slowing down anytime soon. Much like other survival crafting games, there's a certain amount of grind to it, including collecting materials like ore or metal to craft some armour. And as you progress through the game, to reach later areas you're going to need environmental consumables to help you survive, like the frost or poison, and this does take a fair amount of preparation. And the amount of preparation does serve as a nice build-up to going out on an expedition and motivates you to get things right. But it also can be time-consuming and a little bit grindy, so do be aware of that. Cooking and recipes come into play too, with stamina and health related to the food that you eat. So this means finding new ingredients in the environment and trying out new recipes, as well as trying to have the best diet possible. So you got to remember to eat your vegetables, as combinations of food will provide some nice benefits. When you're not out there hunting, fighting a world boss or cooking, you can build your own little village to hang out in. You've got an array of tools to manipulate the environment around you, but if you're used to something like Minecraft, then this does have a little way to go. But that is exactly what early access is for. You know, base building has its moments and you can create yourself a nice little Viking abode to chill in at the end of a hard day. The amount of items at the moment to build with is a little bit limiting, however it all looks like it's come from a world inhabited by Vikings. And I'm sure Iron Gate Studios is gathering tons of feedback and they'll add some more options in the final version of the game. So Valheim came out of the blue for me and it's had a really strong start. The world that you inhabit is a beautiful one and the adventures that Valheim throws at you, they're really fun, unique and immersive. The game is better with friends, but offers a nice chilled experience if you want to fly in solo, and visually it's got its own style which harks back to the MMOs of days gone by, and Valheim's mechanics may be a collection of simple activities, but when you put them together this well and they simply work as they do, then this adds up to a very satisfying experience. So you can check out Valheim on Steam in early access now. So the developer is Iron Gate Studio, it's available on PC via Steam, and it was originally released on the 2nd of February 2021. Well, that's it for my first impressions of Valheim, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to This Week in Video Games. If you want to join the community, check out the Discord link in the description, or you can follow me on Twitter at TWIVG Podcast. If you enjoyed this video or found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out the other videos on the channel. Thanks again, I'll see you in the next video.